You're standing on the north bank of the Thames, stone rising before you in jagged layers of history. Gray walls, narrow arrow slits, towers stacked inside towers like a fortress built by centuries arguing with one another. This is the Tower of London. Almost 1,000 years of power, fear, ceremony, and blood compressed into 1 square mile. Fortress, palace, zoo, prison, mint, execution ground, museum. Today, we're not visiting it as tourists. We're walking through time. From the moment Norman soldiers planted timber posts into Roman ruins, to the age of queens and traders, to the quiet ritual of keys locking gates long after sunset. Follow the walls from morning to night, from coronation processions to scaffold blocks, from roaring lions to clinking coin presses. This is a day in the tower, across centuries. Stop 1, the first fortress, 1070s. It's shortly after dawn in Norman London. Smoke rises from wooden houses clustered outside Roman stone walls. Across the river, ships creak against wharves. And here, looming above everything, men are building a castle meant to terrify. William the Conqueror has taken England. He doesn't trust Londoners, so he plants a fortress right beside them. At first it's timber, a Motte and Bailey structure anchored into the crumbling Roman perimeter. Earthworks, wooden palisades, watchtowers staring into the city. Then stone arrives. In 1078, barges unload pale Caen limestone from Normandy. Norman masons raise a massive square keep, the White Tower, thick walls, vaulted floors, a chapel stacked inside its core. It isn't subtle, it's a statement. This city is conquered. By 1097, wooden walls are being replaced with stone circuits. New towers rise at corners. London has a permanent shadow now. Stop 2, Siege and Strange Beasts, 1190s. A century passes. The fortress survives fires, storms, rebellions. In 1191, banners appear across the river. Prince John, brother of Richard the Lionheart, lays siege to the tower itself. Arrows fly, gates are barred. But the defenders don't fall to swords, they fall to hunger. After 3 days, provisions run out. The gates open. Not long after, the tower gains something far stranger than soldiers. Cages. Royal gifts arrive. Lions, leopards, an elephant, even a polar bear, reportedly allowed to swim in the Thames while chained to the walls. A medieval zoo inside a fortress. Londoners gather outside to stare in wonder and terror. Stop 3, the expanding palace, 1200s, 1300s. By the reign of Henry III, the tower isn't just military, it's royal. The great keep is whitewashed so it gleams above the river. Stained glass glows in St. John's Chapel. Edward the Ring goes further. Moats are dug and widened, curtain walls layered inside one another, gatehouses with murder holes, wharf towers facing the water, apartments lined with tapestries and fireplaces. The tower becomes a concentric castle, rings of stone meant to trap attackers in killing zones. Kings live here, but so do prisoners. In 1296, Scotland's defeated ruler John Balliol is locked inside these walls. In 1324, Roger Mortimer escapes down a rope ladder into the darkness, one of the tower's most famous jailbreaks. Others won't be so lucky. Stop 4, Wars and Royal Captives, 1300s, 1400s. The gates clang shut on monarchs themselves. Richard II is brought here in 1399 after being overthrown. During the Wars of the Roses, rival nobles fill the cells. In 1471, Henry VI, once king, is murdered inside Wakefield Tower. 7 years later, George, Duke of Clarence, brother to Edward IV, is condemned. Rumor spreads that he's drowned in a butt of sweet Malmsey wine. Truth or propaganda, London repeats the story for centuries. And then, children arrive. 2 boys. Edward V and his younger brother Richard are lodged in royal apartments in 1483. Princes awaiting coronation. They are never seen again. When skeletons are discovered under a staircase in 1674, whispers become legend. The princes in the tower. Stop 5, Tudor Terror, 1500s. Morning mist curls around the battlements as barges dock below. Prisoners arrive by water through Traitor's Gate. Iron chains rattle. Sir Thomas More enters in 1534 for refusing to accept Henry VIII as head of the church. He leaves only for the scaffold. Anne Boleyn is brought inside next. Queen yesterday, prisoner today. She walks across Tower Green to beheading in 1536. Catherine Howard follows in 1542. Lady Jane Grey, 17 years old, queen for 9 days, is executed in 1554. Elizabeth, future Elizabeth I, waits behind stone walls, uncertain whether she will join them. The Tower becomes England's most famous address for the condemned. Graffiti begins to appear scratched into stone, names, prayers, dates. Sir Walter Raleigh carves his during long imprisonments under James I before finally being executed in 1618. Stop 6. Coins and Science, 1600s. Not every inmate wears chains. Deep inside the walls, furnaces roar and metal stamps pound silver blanks into currency. The Royal Mint operates here for centuries. In the 1690s, its master is one of Europe's greatest minds, Isaac Newton. He hunts counterfeiters with ruthless efficiency. Executions continue. Defenses are tested again during the Peasants' Revolt of 1381, when rebels force entry through open gates. In 1674, bones found beneath the White Tower renew old fears about the vanished princes. History never leaves this place alone. Stop 7. From fortress to attraction, 1800s. By the 19th century, the Tower is changing again. The zoo closes, animals are sent to Regent's Park. The moat is drained and filled. Guidebooks appear for visitors eager to see where queens died and ravens stalk lawns. A great fire destroys the grand storehouse full of weapons. Mint operations finally leave in 1810. The yeoman warders, beefeaters, remain. Guardians in Tudor uniforms, walking routes set centuries earlier. Stop 8. Nightfall and ritual eyes today. Evening settles over the river, tourists drift away, gates close. But one thing hasn't stopped for more than 700 years. A lantern glows. An officer steps forward carrying keys on a velvet cushion. Guards halt him at every gate. Passwords are exchanged. Locks slide shut. The ceremony of the keys. The tower is sealed for the night, just as it has been since medieval kings feared surprise attacks in darkness. Inside the jewel house, crowns glitter behind glass. 3 million visitors a year walk where prisoners once waited for dawn. How do we know all this? Royal account rolls, prison registers, court transcripts, graffiti in stone, archaeology beneath cobbles, official records kept by generations of wardens. Every story cross-checked against physical remains and surviving documents. What you see today is a reconstruction, layered like the walls themselves. Tomorrow the ravens will stalk the grass again. The river will slide past Trader's Gate. Tourists will cross the drawbridge. And the tower will keep doing what it has done since the Normans arrived, standing, watching London grow around it, absorbing centuries of fear, ceremony, ambition, and myth. Next time, another corner of the city, another year, another day when power decided who walked free and who waited behind stone.